Hello again, this is Doug the 2-Minute Gardener, and today we're going to talk about how to install a paver walkway. So this particular project, the client had a really beaten up old concrete walkway, must have been at least 30-40 years old, kind of crumbling, wasn't cracked but definitely looking really worse for wear, and they wanted to really fix this up. So I'm going to walk you through all the steps we did on this particular project, starting with the obvious one, demolition of the old pathway. Now, because this walkway is probably from the 70s or 80s, it was pretty thick concrete, so it's time to bust out the big jackhammer and just dive right in and hammer this thing up, pry it up, and just get it going. Now, one of the nice things about this was we found out that there wasn't any rebar in it. It was just poured very thick. It was probably about 5 or 6 inches thick in some places. But the nice thing about not being any rebar is that it could all be taken to a concrete recycler. So all of this is going to get ground up and reused, and that's one of the nice things. And so definitely where you are, if you're ripping out old concrete walkway and it doesn't have any mesh or a lot of excessive rebar, find out if it can be taken to a recycler. It's probably cheaper than dumping it in a regular landfill. So anyway, so we got all the concrete out. The next step, we're going to do a rough grade. Now, for a paver pathway, you need to go down about 6 inches and build back up. So once you've established where the final grade is, and it's pretty easy with the house because the stucco line told us where the grade was, then you need to just keep tearing down the soil and ripping it out and do a rough grade. Again, you're going down 6 inches. It does not have to be precise because you're going to do a lot of final grade later on with the subbase, and I'll get to that in just a minute. So rip down some soil, go down about a total of 6 inches, including the concrete you ripped out. So in this case, we didn't have to take a whole lot of dirt out because the concrete was already really thick. Next, you're going to use some Class 2 road base, and this establishes what's called the subbase. This is the level that primarily supports the new walkway. And so once you've laid down this road base, that's when you have to start getting a little more precise. You want to lay a string line that goes from one end of the walkway to the other, and that string line represents the top of the pavers. So basically, if you have a 2-inch pavers, then you want your subbase to be about 2 inches below the string line before it is compacted, and you're going to compact this as you're about to see in a minute. So once you've laid your base and you have it thick enough to where it's, again, the thickness of the paver below that, you're going to wet it down, and then you're going to get a big old plate compactor and compact this road base down. You're going to take this thing, and it's kind of like a lawnmower, except it's just a giant plate that goes up and down and side to side a little bit, and it just really compacts that subbase really, really well, so that you're not going to get any up and down movement in your paver walkway. And by the way, you do the same steps if you're doing a paver patio as a walkway. So all these steps you can use the same thing if you're doing a really nice paver walkway. All right, we've done the compaction with the plate compactor. Now it's time to add the leveling sand. And here's where you've compacted down a little bit. You want to then go back up and add this all-purpose sand to bring that level up to the final grade below the pavers. Now, a lot of guys like to lay in these metal pipes so they can use the levels to kind of screed that leveling sand out and get right to that final level. Now, when you take the pipes out, you don't have to worry about it being a little uneven, because when you compact the pavers a little bit later, that will really get it nice and flat. But use the leveling sand and establish a nice level area for the pavers. Now it's time to lay in the pavers. You do the field pavers first. Now, what's a field paver? A field paver are all the pavers in the middle of the pathway or patio, not the edge stuff, but the middle stuff. And those should go pretty quick once you've established your pattern. These pavers generally come in 3 or 4 different sizes. And so there's several different kinds of patterns that you can look up to do with these pavers, even in a narrow walkway. Now, this particular walkway, we just kind of did a random pattern. just to really kind of give it a rustic, old world kind of look. So you lay the field pavers down, you lay them in, you tap them with a little rubber sledgehammer there, and again, you keep checking your level to making sure that it's level and making sure that it's ever so slightly draining away from the house. And again, the string light is really important for establishing that level. You always want your walkway, your patio, everything to drain away from the house. Alright, so once you've done laying all your field pavers in, now it's time to go do the edges. So you're going to do those setting in concrete. And this is called the outer course. Sometimes it's a sailor course, sometimes it's a soldier course, but basically it's the outer course of pavers. They get laid in concrete because this helps lock those edge parts in. And then we're going to come back in with the sand to lock in the field pavers. But you set your outer course with those, setting them in the concrete. And then it's always a good idea to throw a little extra concrete right on the outside edge of that soldier course or sailor course of pavers, to really lock it really in so that you get absolutely no movement. By the way, the difference between a soldier course and a sailor course kind of goes around the patio. It runs parallel to the field. A soldier course is perpendicular. The way I always remember it is sailors sail around a continent, a soldier marches into a continent. Anyway, those are the difference between a sailor course and a soldier course. By the way, if you are really enjoying this video and getting a lot of value on learning how to lay a paver pathway, make sure to hit that like button and also subscribe while you're at it to get more of my garden videos. Alright, so back to laying the pavers. You can see the guys are laying in these pavers into concrete right on the edge of the soldier course, or in this case sailor course. Now, it is inevitable that it never lines up perfectly. So you can see here we've had to do a few minor cuts to get it to fit exactly into this tight little walkway. And it was a tight little pathway to get it to fit in here. Alright, so we're done laying the soldier course and the sailor course on this. And now it's time to broom in the polymeric sand. Now this is much, much different than the general purpose play sand you saw early. Polymeric sand has a special adhesive in it that gets that really locks all the pavers in place when it gets wet. And this is an example of a polymeric sand. It does come in a couple different colors, by the way. You can get it in grays and browns, and there's different ones. But the important thing is, before you put this polymeric sand on your pavers, the pavers have to be completely dry. If there's even a drop of water, what's going to happen is second that sand hits that water, it'll activate and that adhesive will start kind of oozing out on the pavers, and it can stain the pavers. So these guys actually travel with a little blowtorch to dry the pavers off if there's even the remote possibility of their water on there. So you get the paver, you get the polymeric sand, you broom it into all the cracks again and again. You want to fill every single crack with the polymeric sand and broom it back and forth and back and forth. And then once you're done doing that, get the compactor back out and you run that big old plate compactor up and down on that sand which is on top of the pavers. This does two things. It drives the sand hard into every single little crack, and it also really flattens the pavers. So in case one of them was just a little off, this pounds it hard down into that sub base and really gives you a nice flat compacted pathway that's really flat and stable to walk on. So you got to do that last little compaction of the walkway. Alright, once you're done compacting it with the sand, then you got to carefully get all the excess sand off of the walkway. And first you want to broom it off as best you can, and then once you're done brooming it all off, and again, you got to get every single little bit off before you water the pathway down. So first broom it off to remove all this excess sand, and then a lot of these guys will take one of these lawn, leaf blower kind of things and put it on a really low setting, so you're just getting that last little film of sand off. Now notice how carefully they are cleaning this in. You got to use it on a low setting. You don't want to blast the sand back out of the cracks that you just put put all this effort in to drive it in. So use a leaf blower on a lowest setting and really lightly just kind of blow it like you see the guys are doing here, just to get that excess sand off the top of it. Because the last thing you're going to do after you've gotten all that excess sand in, you have to activate the polymeric sand by giving it a little bit of water. So the last part these guys are going to do is take a hose and lightly water the polymeric sand, and this activates the adhesive. Now this adhesive is down in between every single little crack of the pavers, and that will become active and it expands slightly, and again this locks every one of those pavers in place really tightly. Now it is still permeable, their water can still drain through these cracks, but the pavers now are really not going to move. They're going to be really solid because it has that polymeric sand that's expanded into these cracks. So that's the last part of the paver installation. So one more, here it is, the before busted concrete looking walkway, and here's the after. All finished, everything's looking nice. It got hosed off to get the last little bit of dirt and dust off of there. And so these particular pavers, these are called Pietro Cobble. They're made by Orco here in Southern California, and they're a very rustic-y kind of paver. That's what the client wanted. They wanted a really nice kind of rustic feel for this particular walkway because they already had a flower bed that was made from rustic keystone. And then one of the things that I did is I added this 1/2-inch cobble on both sides of the walkway, both for a weed preventative and to kind of help with the drainage. So this pathway is a few inches higher than the old pathway, so the water will just kind of drain off of it down into the rocks. By the way, if you hired a professional to install it, it's going to cost about $15 to $20 a square foot for a walkway like this. That includes the demo cost, the cost of the pavers, the cost of everything. Now, if you did it yourself, you're looking at probably half that cost. For all the different materials and dump fees to do this paver. So, by the way, big thank you to Unique Landscaping. Juan did a tremendous job on this walkway. These guys are really great here in San Diego. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Again, this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.